That $60 million is going to be used to bring people inside.
And that big money to help solve a big problem. We're talking about the homeless crisis here in Los Angeles. The city and the county receiving a $60 million federal grant. Mayor Karen Bass promising this funding will have different results. KCAL News reporter Tom Waite looks at how the money will be used.
It is very, very nice to begin my day with a $60 million check.
LA Mayor Karen Bass celebrating a $60 million federal grant to use in the battle to end the homeless crisis. Incoming head of the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, Valisha Adams Kellum, says the money will be spent in a variety of ways.
The $60 million will go to outreach, funding of motels and immediate shelter. That's part of the model, and it'll fund that as well, and then permanent housing.
Last month, the LA City Council approved $50 million in funding for Mayor Bass's Inside Safe homeless outreach program. The mayor acknowledged that a lot of money has been thrown at this crisis in the past with little results. She says her administration is on a different path.
First of all, I think what is different is the alliance and how we are all functioning together. And we understand that we have to be lockstep. You know, the city builds, the county provides services. So walking together is what is really critical.
Mayor Bass declared a state of emergency on the homeless crisis, and the county followed suit. The mayor has had some early success clearing encampments in Venice and Hollywood, where hundreds of people have been placed in housing. And just this week, this location at 87th and Western in South LA was cleared. Veronica Lewis and her outreach team from Hopix found housing for the people who were living here in tents.
My team, they did something that's a little bit different from the rest of the Inside Safes. So not only do we do the intakes to move them inside, but my Rappery housing team that's actually going to pay the money to move them into permanent housing, fully enroll them into all the programs.
Many major hurdles remain. Among the biggest challenges, mental health and drug use. Mayor Bass says the federal government must play a bigger role.
We do not have the infrastructure for drug treatment that we need to have, and drug treatment can't be collapsed into mental health. We have to have those services in order to succeed long term.
Mayor Bass and service providers point out how complicated it is to keep people housed once they're off the streets. First off, providing mental health services, and then job training so they can earn the income they need to not end up on the streets once again. Reporting from downtown, I'm Tom Waite, KCAL News.